Hi there. How you doing? It's Thursday and it's right around 12 o'clock. Woo! It's actually 11 and I'm recording this, so I'm going to try and get it up by 12, but I'm so glad you're here. I'm so glad you joined me. I love coming on and just sharing with you some of the things that I've learned. And my name is Tammy Moretti, and what do? I work with baby boomers to help them build an online business step by step, without the confusion. So you save yourself some time and some money. So today, what do I have for you? 4 questions that I have asked myself and I wanted to share with you that you might ask yourself as well, because they really helped me level up my game and open up some new possibilities for this next season of life. So if you're in your 60s, approaching 60, or in your 60s, or maybe not, these are some questions that you might ask yourself. Number 1, what am I really good at? And this question could come in several different forms. Like, what are you passionate about? What conversations do you find yourself in over and over and over and over and over again? And you could talk about it forever and ever and ever. Where do you find yourself in the conversation when they always come to you to ask you a question? And it's pretty much the questions are around the same topic. That's a really good indicator about what you're really, really good at. It could be making chocolate chip cookies and somebody calls you, go, what's that recipe again? I just loved them. They were so great. Or, you know what, I'm going to try this. What do you think? That is something that you're really good at. If you have no idea what you're really good at, don't feel like you're missing out, because some of us have been on autopilot for so long we haven't had a chance to pay attention to that. Ask someone. Ask your closest friend, somebody you trust, what you're really good at. They'll tell you, and you remember, you trust them. Okay, 2, what did you dream about when you were younger? Becoming, for my age group, it was I was going to be a ballerina or a stewardess, or some of us were like, I was going to change the world. I wanted to be. I'm not going to say that. So anyway. I want to encourage you to dream again, because you may have not had an opportunity to dream when you were little, because let's just say growing up was an adventure. Or maybe as an adult you didn't have an opportunity to dream either, because that also was an adventure. Or maybe you did dream, but you've been on the hamster wheel for so long and it's getting old and rusty and you just want to get off. And how do you do that? Well, I recommend you start dreaming. And that is going to crack the door open, okay? Okay, if the sky was the limit, what would you love to be part of your story? Okay, what would you love to be part of your story? What would you like to be talking about or reminiscing about or remembering when you're sitting in the rocking chair or your favorite chair 20, 30 years from now? What would that be 30 years from now, let's say? What would you like to be part of your story? That is a great question. Throw caution to the wind. I wrote this, so I'm reading it. Throw caution to the wind, right? Let your hair grow out. Take a chance. Take a risk. Maybe just thinking about some of these things is a risk for you. And that's okay, because we've got to crack the door open to allow the creativity to come in. We have to do that. And just asking a question, like C.S. Lewis said, ask great questions to get great answers. Live in the questions. Such great advice. Such great advice. Take your roller skates out of the closet, dust them off, or out of the garage. Let me tell you a funny story. So I used to love roller skating. I asked myself, what did I like to do when I was young, little? Like, this was little. And I loved to roller skate. I loved it. And I'm like, okay, it's been decades. And so I told my kids, I'm going to start roller skating. They all lost it and said, you're elderly. You can't roller skate. First time I've heard the word elderly, I had to adjust. Actually, I have not adjusted. But it was bad enough having somebody call me ma'am. Now I'm elderly. Okay. So I did that, and I put on all the garb. Like, I had enough armor on to be a gladiator, let me tell you. And I took a chance on allowing myself to fall, but I felt protected, right? Because we're smarter now, so we know how to protect ourselves. There you go. And I fell, and I was okay. Getting up was a whole nother thing. I mean, that happened in slow motion. It was so not glamorous, and I did manage to forego the crane, because at a moment there I was like, I can't even get up, but I managed to get up. However, I was willing, so it was pretty funny. I was exhausted, but I kept going back, and I was trying to decide, is this my groove? Is this something I want to pursue, right? But I didn't know unless I gave it a try. What it did was it opened up the door. And that's what I want to encourage you to do. Like I said, open up the door for me to do other things. So now I'm exploring bike riding and I'm going camping and so on and so forth, because for such a long time, and this may be your story or it may not, I've kind of been waiting for my life to get started, right? Because we've been so busy doing other things. And part of that's been trying to figure ourselves out, okay? And then there was one other question that I wrote down here. Oh, what if you have no idea? Like you're like, I don't know. I have no clue. That's okay. That is absolutely okay. Get inspired. Read a book, a magazine, go to a movie, jump into the story in the movie. And if something strikes your fancy, give it a try, right? Give it a try. What have you got to lose? Absolutely nothing, because this is what I do know. If you're 60 or approaching 60 or in your 60s or even older than that, you have life experience. And experience trumps everything. 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 You've walked over the coals. You survived. You survived an election that was absolutely insane. You survived the pandemic, which was just a crescendo to the election. I mean, that was nuts. It's just been crazy. You've survived children, an employer, yourself, your family, right? All the things. You have so much life experience and you're still standing. Kudos to you. You're still standing. Oh, that in itself is a feat. You should be, we should all get an award. I want to encourage you to ask yourself those questions. What am I really good at? What did I dream about being when I was a little kid? What is the legacy I want to leave? What do I want to be part of my story? Ask yourself those questions. And as soon as you ask the question, the door will be cracked and new things are going to enter in. And then give yourself an opportunity to trust your instincts, because your instincts have gotten you this far. Have they not? They absolutely have. And you deserve to be happy, joyous, and free. Like Maya Angelou said, I think it was her, or Cicely Tyson. She said, step in, take your place. Step in, take your place. Right? Cut a new path. Because now you know. Now you know better, right? And you probably have a pretty good handle on what you're all about, or you're learning. And this is such a wonderful time in your life. Would you go back? Oh, heck no. I wouldn't. I don't think you would either. My name is Tammy Moretti. I help baby boomers, like I said, come up with something they want to do for the next part of their life. Put a digital course together, put it online without the confusion, save yourself some time and some money. Smash the like button. Share this with somebody if it inspired you or touched your heart. And meet me back here next Thursday at the same time. I love sharing with you everything that I've learned. I listen to some great people often, and they just inspire me. And that is my wish for you, that I inspire you. Ooh, I'm emotional. What's that all about? Okay, everybody, I'll see you later. God bless you. God bless you. Namaste, beautiful.